Something. Oh, my bad. I just came rushing into this, and it's just like I just stumbled over a whole bunch of chairs, and I just start crashing into like tables and shit, bro. Let me just relax. Let me get to what I'm trying to say. Okay, now I'm good. I'm calm. All right. Now check this out. Something I've realized about life, well, about the things that you want in life, is that no matter how impossible it seems, no matter how far fetched it seems, no matter what it is, the thing that you want in life will be yours just as long as you have faith in what it is that you want. You have faith in, God, a higher power, that that He will give you exactly what you've been seeking, exactly what you've been wanting. Thinking that, like, okay, actually, let me take it like this. I was having this whole conversation with my older brother and his wife and my cousins. We like had this whole group conversation just talking about God and stuff. My wife was in it also. It's like everybody was just talking. And one thing I noticed is how they were talking about belief, like the belief part. Like, how can they believe something that has no proof or whatever? And my whole thing is, a lot of people, the reason why they fall away from God is because they think, well, they say they give this whole thing where I need to see in order to believe. But when it comes to faith, it's something that you don't see. It's something that you don't feel. It's something that you don't smell. It's not something that you can actually sense with all your five senses. When it comes to faith, it all depends on your sixth sense. What I'm realizing, your sixth sense is what is able to, create all of those senses for the thing that you want without actually having it right in front of you yet. So if you see this whole car that you want in the future, oh, there's this fucking Lamborghini that I want in the future. You can't expect to have it right now. Like, oh, I want this Lamborghini in the future. And all of a sudden tomorrow you wake up and then you get a new Lamborghini in the future. That's one thing my older brother mentioned. Cause he's a non-believer. He mentioned how, oh, go ahead and ask God for something to be. So my mom came into the conversation, and then my mom was like, how can you not believe in God who gave you life? Also, my brother was like, so go ahead and ask God for some money to be able to pay whatever you need to pay off, like the stuff that you need to pay off, and tell me, do you get it tomorrow? And then I'm like, that's not how it works. Like, when it comes to faith, when it comes to, just visioning a future, like visioning the thing that you want, manifesting what you want in life, you can't just ask for it and expect it to come right away just like that when you put zero work into it. You need to move towards that goal. You need to work for that goal. All you need is just a vision. When you have the vision, you already know what is set for you in the future. You already know what it is that you're gonna have. Now, how you're gonna get it, that you don't exactly know that for a fact. Like, you don't know the step by step plan to get in there. All you know is how to do what you already know how to do, which is step, move. Pick up a pen, pick up a paper, apply for a job, ride a bike. Like, whatever it is, that is that step that you got to take to get to where you want to be. You have to take that step. And not just gonna happen tomorrow where you just magically appear, because this whole manifesting, this whole God, like, faith, it's not something that's like genie work. It's not something that like, oh, I rub a lamppost and genie comes out and then I make a wish and poof, it just comes like that. It doesn't work like that. You need to put in work for the things that you want in life. I hope this got really everything because I noticed that like my mic takes out some of the words that I say. So hopefully it got the words I said. I didn't realize I was looking away from the fucking mic. But yeah, the thing that you want in life, it's always gonna come to you as long as you want it. As long as you want it, it's gonna come to you. The reason why a lot of people don't, well, from what I've seen, the reason why a lot of people don't get the things that they want in life, even though they ask for it, is because they stop wanting those things in life and they convince themselves that they want something else. They don't know exactly what they really want in life. When your head's all over the place trying to decide what you want, like your mind changed a couple of weeks from now, a couple of months from now. Oh, actually, I don't want this. I want that now. Bro, you're never going to get the thing that you actually want because you keep on starting over. Like you keep on starting from square one because once you decide on something else that you want, the journey starts all over again. You start right back to where you started. I mean, I like you get what I'm saying, bro. Like I'm gonna say, like I'm gonna put a little bit of my business out there. I remember I needed to get an apartment for me and my wife and my kid. And to get the apartment, we had to get an apartment. Our roommate was moving out, and we went to the front office, and they're like, in order to get this apartment, you need to make a certain amount of money, and you guys do not qualify because you do not make this certain amount of money that you need to make. And I was like, okay, so what do I got to do in order to? So what do I got to do in order to get there? I just had to make a certain amount of money. Okay. So I said, I'll just go get another job. So I went and got another job making 2 times the money. And they said, okay, yeah, you make the amount of money, but you need the pay stubs, for the paperwork. And in the job, I needed 4 pay stubs. But the problem was I couldn't bring in the 4 pay stubs because I just started working there. And like the place was, it was 2 months before the lease came up. And if the lease was up, we would have to leave the place. We had to leave the house. I mean, the apartment. And yeah, so I was like, can I just like, so I'm trying to figure out other ways to get these pay stubs without having to get on the pay stubs. So, I just had to go and ask, around, ask my, I wouldn't say there's the other way they say a letter. So I went and got a fucking letter from the, my job and saying that like I do make this amount of money and this and that, the proof and all of that, it even had a signature. I gave it to them. Once I gave them that, now it's all of a sudden, oh, this won't work and this and that. They keep on just coming up with new and new obstacles, bro, over and over and over again. But in my head, I was telling myself, I want to get this apartment for just me, my wife, and my kid. We need this apartment. I don't care like what these apartment people are saying. So I just kept on going. And I'm not gonna lie, my faith did drop a little bit because I started thinking about, man, we might just have to go to an RV. Might have to get an RV to live in and shit like that because a house is way too fucking expensive. And yeah, so we went, started looking at RVs and this and that, and we seen this one RV that we were about to get, and it looked pretty good. I'm not gonna lie, but it got to that moment where we're just like we had to sign papers, to confirm the RV and this and that and blah blah blah. And I was looking at these papers like I was looking at it, and it was just like something Emily was telling me, this is not the road that I want to go down. I don't want this because it was gonna bring a whole lot of other payments and this and that. And it was just like I was looking at it, it's just not what I want. I want the apartment. So I just told my wife, like, yeah, we're not doing this. And I told the lady that was giving us the papers, like, yeah, we're not doing this. I'll hit you up back about it maybe some other time, but we're not doing this. I kid you not, man. Didn't do it, and I just said, fuck it. We're gonna get this apartment some way, somehow. My wife was like, what are we gonna do? What are we gonna? I'm like, hey, just put all the faith into God. And yeah, we got to the point where there was nothing that we could do except wait. And we just waited. We just waited and waited. And once you hit that last second, we hit that last second. And me and my wife went to the office, try to ask one more time. And when we asked, they're like, yeah, sorry, there's nothing we can do. Sorry. And then all of a sudden, then boom, my wife said, can we get the corporate's number? And then boom, it was just like, yeah, we got the corporate's number. Okay, we're gonna ask them. And it wasn't no ill intent. We were trying to get corporate's number just to ask them if there's some other way that we could keep the apartment. But guess what happened after that, bro? We drove away, driving back to the apartment, back to the crib. I was saying, not even 5 minutes later, after we left the fucking front office to go back to the crib, they called and said, hey, you know what? Actually, we can give you the apartment and this and that. They whole story switched up so fucking quick, bro. Like, what the fuck? How did your story switch up so fucking quick just because we asked for corporate number? Like, they don't want to get in trouble or some shit. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, boom. After that, we got the shit. They just signed some papers. It was really no big deal, bro. And we had the apartment, bro. And it was like, it all just took we moved one step at a time, bro. Because say I didn't get a second job. So say like I did nothing at all to work for that apartment. I didn't get a second job. I didn't go and try to get the 8 page. I didn't look for the different loopholes to get there. We would have never got to the point where we just asked for corporate's number and got the apartment. And we didn't even, and we probably wouldn't have got to that point where we had to ask them. Because say we did ask for a corporation number before I even got the second job and this and that and blah, blah, blah. We wouldn't have been able to get the place because the money didn't add up. It didn't qualify. So just like all these little steps that I took in order to get to that point where we got the house, got the apartment and everything, it all matters. So it's like everything don't happen overnight. You can ask God, you can put faith, you can create a vision into whatever you want, but you need to believe in that thing. You need to keep what you want in mind, because the second that you decide, oh, I don't want this actually, and you lose faith in what you want, you lose it. You lose the thing you want. Yeah. If I can believe in the things that I want and get it, I'm pretty sure anybody can. And I used to be one of those people that didn't believe I get the things I want just because I asked for it. I used to believe that. I used to tell myself things that I don't want just so I can get things that I do want, like trying to play tricks with the universe and shit. It don't work like that, bro. It don't work like that. But anyways, appreciate you. Love y'all. Peace.